Hello, my lovely little kindergartners. It is Tuesday and it is writing time, and we are working on our how to informational stories today. And you know that writing is one of my favorite times of the day. And to get started, I want to teach you another way to show your readers exactly what you mean for them to do when they read your how-to directions is to make comparisons. And I thought the best way to show you that is by learning from our mentor text again, My Soccer Game. And then on this page, it says, lift your knee high, like you're marching in a band. So it compared what you needed to be doing to people who march in the band so you could visualize how they're wanting you to lift your knee. And then here's another one that's one of my favorite ones. It says, now lift one knee at a time. Can you balance on one leg like a flamingo? And I thought that was a neat comparison. So you could visualize how you need to be standing. And I loved how they put a picture of a flamingo in their diagram. So these are things for you to think of as well when you are writing your how-to stories and working on making comparisons so your reader can better understand you. I also have a kindergarten friend of mine, their work on their toothbrush, brushing their teeth. Step 1, put toothpaste on your toothbrush. Squeeze the toothpaste and put a medium-sized dot like the size of a pea. And I loved how they gave you a helpful tip and told you it's a medium-sized dot. And I really loved how they compare it to the size of a pea so you can actually see what they're talking about. Step 2, put water on your toothbrush. Don't put really hot water or your teeth will burn. That's a helpful tip. I love that. Step 3, scrub your teeth soft like a tickle. I thought that was a neat comparison, a neat helpful tip. To scrub them softly like a tickle. When you get tickled, how it's kind of like a soft little rub. Step 4, then wash it when you're done. And that's a great diagram. It shows me the toothbrush and the sink. Step 5, then put it in your cup. So friends, when you're writing your how-to story, I expect you to be the one to make your diagrams. I expect you to be the one writing your sentences and sounding out words. You guys can do this. You guys have the power to. I do not expect mom and dad to do it for you. So we have studied a mentor text on how to make comparisons. We looked at a friend of mine's writing on how they made comparisons. And now I think we might try to make comparisons in my story. Think you guys can help me out? I knew you guys could. How to Make a Cup of Coffee by Erica Underhill. First, you need to get your coffee mug, your creamer, your spoon, and your pot of coffee. And notice I'm talking to the reader because I'm using that word you, Y-O-U. Step 2, now you need to pour the creamer in your coffee mug. And I thought to myself, Mrs. Underhill, this would be a great spot to make a comparison because they need to know how much coffee to put into it. So how do you guys think I should make a comparison so they could understand that? You need to pour the creamer in your coffee mug. Pour what do you think? Spoon? I think that would give them a clue because you guys know what a spoon looks like. Pour a spoon full of creamer in the bottom. So let me take my powerful tool. Remember, this is a powerful pencil. It's magic. We've got our rereader in and our writing in. I want to reread it just to see what it sounds like. Now you need to pour the creamer in your coffee mug. Pour a spoonful of creamer in the bottom. Do you know what else would help? I think if I draw a spoon for them so they can kind of see what I'm talking about. Spoon. Then you need to pour the hot coffee in your mug. Be careful because the coffee is hot. That's a good helpful tip. I don't want anybody to get burned. Step 4. Next, you will stir it all together. Remember to stir slowly so it doesn't splash out. And my kids today in my room thought of that helpful tip for me to put, and I thought that was amazing. Step 5. Finally, you can enjoy your hot coffee. Okay, friends, we looked at a mentor text today to see how to make comparisons. We looked at another friend's writing to see how they made comparisons. You helped me make a comparison in my writing. So now it's going to be your turn. Remember, all that we need to do to make our writing great is to remember to include a title that tells us what it is about, to make very detailed diagrams, to list the things we need, and we can remember that important parts are in bold and cap letters. You need to make sure you talk to that reader using the word you, and then include warnings, suggestions, and tips. And today we learned how to include a tip or a comparison in our story. So the goal for today is to reread your story, friends. And you might act out those steps as you're rereading them and think to yourself, what is this like? What does it remind me of? And then pick up your pencil and add that comparison in your story. Sometimes just writing the word like can help get you started. Put a medium-sized dot on your toothbrush like the size of a pea. So friends, it's your turn. Remember, if you don't have the papers that I have on the computer, you can always write in a notebook and make sure that you upload what you've done today and put it in your Google Classroom, or you may keep it and send it in or bring it in when you come in person, because I know I love to read everyone's writing, and I know your teachers love it as well. So happy writing, friends. Make some great comparisons for me today. I wish you well.